word about apps that can connect to QuickBooks. Now, as you can see, I'm not actually signing to QuickBooks at the moment, and that's because you can look at these without actually being logged in. So if you go up to your URL bar and you type in apps.com, it should automatically bring you to the QuickBooks App Store because they've got that URL. So if you can see here, it says QuickBooks Plus app equals time saved, which I definitely agree with. Sometimes they're a bit over positive about their stuff, but I do agree with the premise on that. You can click find the right app for your business. You can click in search. That's got popular apps. I'm just going to take you through a few of these. Ones that I know, ones that I can actually recommend that actually do work. So Go Cardless for QuickBooks. Brilliant app if you use reoccurring payments. So if you bill your customers monthly or whatever, something like that, and it's going to be a kind of similar amount each month, doesn't always have to be the same as long as you send their invoice out, you can set up a direct debit. Now, it used to be a few years ago, probably, only even a few years ago, but definitely back in the early noughties, that only the big companies could set up direct debits. It would be way too costly for a small company to set up direct debits with their customers. Now that's no longer the case. Go Cardless have changed that. There's probably other companies that are going to be coming out as well. But for a small charge, I think it's minimum 20p, maximum £2. They do it on a percentage basis. I think it's 1%. You can get your customers to agree to set up a direct debit with you. Like I say, as long as you send their invoices out, kind of abide by the general, don't be rubbish, kind of law of direct debits, then you can set it up for them. And then you can connect it to QuickBooks. If you're invoicing every month on QuickBooks, then you can get that sorted and get the money in a lot quicker. So that's good. Receipt Bank is another one that I use. This is just brilliant. Okay, I'm probably a bit too overconfused, but no, it's very good. So what it is, it's a website and an app. So if you sign up with Receipt Bank, it does cost you, I think it's between £10 and £30 a month, depending on how big your business is. You can also speak to your accountant or bookkeeper if you have one, about getting set up on Receipt Bank. So basically what it does is that if you have a small receipt, like a normal paper receipt from a shop, you can take a picture of it with your phone, with the app, through the app, and it'll upload into Receipt Bank. And then either if you're doing your bookkeeping yourself, then you can then push it through to QuickBooks. If not, that'd be your bookkeeper's job if you've got a bookkeeper doing it. But yeah, so basically, and it starts learning things. So for example, if every time that you go to BP that it's for petrol, for business petrol, then obviously you can set it up so that it remembers that it goes to petrol expenses every time. Or if every time you purchase something from, I don't know, a stationery shop that you use, that it's set up to stationery. It's only for expenses and kind of invoices coming in. It's not for your sales invoices going out, but that's fine. Likewise, so if you get a lot of companies now do e-billing, so you get an invoice via email, what you can do is Receipt Bank will set you up automatically with a emailing address. So for example, my company name at receiptbank.me, and you can just forward the email to that and automatically take off the attachment and upload it into Receipt Bank, ready to be pushed through into QuickBooks. And finally, they've got quite a few integrations. So for example, Amazon, I know they've got Sky, a lot of the energy companies have all got some sort of integration where it's a secure link so that you can sign in to your account. So for example, your Sky account, and each month when there's bills produced by Sky or Virgin Media, whoever, it is automatically downloaded into your Receipt Bank, ready to be pushed through. So it makes things a lot quicker, so you're not doing all this stuff manually. Okay, so now there's lots of different apps, like I say. I'm just going to get a few different ones up, see what ones that I know that are good. Let's have a look. Manage customers. Okay, I haven't used any of these, so I can't really. HR, do I know any of these? No. Project work. No, don't really know any of those either. Analytics. Let's look which ones I've got here. I'm looking for Futurely, actually, which we'll go in a minute. Yeah, there we go, Futurely. This is brilliant. Going forward, it may be something that you can probably do by yourself on Futurely, but a lot of people at the moment only use it if they've got a bookkeeper and accountant using it. But that's fine, but it's something that's set in. You can manage your cash flow forecast on there, have live charts on how you're doing to get set up, triggers alerts to say, if you've gone over a certain thing. So if you're a bit worried about your advertising budget, for example, it will kind of trigger an alert when your advertising for the month has gone over a certain amount. So it's quite good there. Prepare taxes. Let's have a look. What's it got for here? Yeah, these aren't really ones that you really want. Receive payments. We'll probably have the Go cardless again. PayPal. Not always convinced on PayPal because it's quite expensive. Stripe is another quite good one. Stripe is one where you can take payments. Oh, that's the main one, by card. And they have a few different systems. Oh, there's a Clover one there. That's interesting. Okay. I know quite a few people use Clover. Okay. Payroll. If you use payroll things, I don't know any of these. I can't really say much about that. Sending invoices, most people go through QuickBooks anyway, but just having a look. This Chaser one, this is, for example, this is not actually for sending the invoice, but more chasing them. So if you have a lot of invoices that sometimes go overdue, but direct debit's not for you, then you can use Chaser and you can set up certain rules. So when they're overdue by a certain amount, they can get chased up by email, which is really good. Track expenses. What have they got on here? Receipt bank again. Expensify. That's more for bigger companies. Let's have a look. What else have they got on here? No, it's all pretty much similar there. Track stock. Now, these I know a lot of people do use, but I don't actually do it myself. There's the Magento one. So, for example, if you use a Magento store online, you can connect that to track things. Tracking time, I probably should recommend T-Sheets. Yeah, that's the main one on there. I haven't actually used it, but I do know a lot of people like T-Sheets because that is part of QuickBooks. But that's pretty much it on the app side. There are quite a few different ones, because I don't always have experience with all of them, so I don't want to recommend ones when I don't have experience. I think they've got these new ones. Let me just have a look. Yeah. So they've got ones that you can kind of link in with your QuickBooks for credit providers. And oh yeah, here we go. Quotes. If you do quotes for people, there's all these different ones here. But yeah, that's pretty it. And it's kind of got popular, trending, free. Free's always good. Tells you which ones are free. But yeah, that's it on the app section. Thank you very much.